Hey Luxury Home Show, I'm your host Ariana, and today we're exploring a beautiful brand new architectural build right here in the prestigious Pacific Palisades Riviera. This is a house you have to see to believe. Let's start outside. It's such a seamless view of both your backyard, your pool, and onto the city. So beautiful. Now, extending that indoor-outdoor concept that we saw down on the main floor, you can pocket away these doors as well for your very own private terrace. On this expansive rooftop deck, you have space for multiple seating areas. Starting out here in the driveway. Now, I love that you almost can't tell this is a driveway because it has such a green yard-like feel. It sort of serves as the front yard, but this could fit easily several cars here with this eco-friendly turf block pavers. But in the back, you also have a 10-car garage, so there's definitely no shortage of space for cars when you have guests over. This is such a beautiful, traditional California-style home. It feels very warm, cozy, welcoming as soon as you arrive. You have the white brick, these pillars, but I also noticed so much greenery against the white creates this very kind of warm, homey-like feel. Not only do you have greenery surrounding the home itself, but this neighborhood is so lush, so vibrant. You have mature trees all around the home, and of course, privacy detailing for the house itself. Although this is a new build, it has these privacy screenings that are still maturing. They're already high, but it's going to become such a beautiful private space in just the next few years. Before we head inside, I'm just wanting to tease this wraparound yard. You've heard of a wraparound porch? Well, this is kind of a similar concept, but it's all just this ground level accessible yard for relaxing, for playing. We have a pickleball court that we're gonna check out in a little while. We have this beautiful kind of private front seating area. I would definitely have my tea out here every morning, maybe read the newspaper or a book. It's just a nice way to start your day where you're in a luxurious neighborhood, but it also feels so grounded. Let's head inside. Upon entering, you're welcomed into this cozy foyer, which has some of the most unique design that I've ever seen. This is a custom fluted plaster surrounding the entire room. You also have plaster finish on the ceiling as well. Beautiful chandelier welcoming you. And I love as well this marble, peach and white checkered flooring. It's just so beautiful, so unique, and it sets the tone for the warmth that you're gonna see throughout the home. After that foyer, it opens up immediately into this expansive, grand main landing. Of course, you have this bespoke chandelier just dripping down from that skylight that's 2+ stories above your head. So you have so much light just cascading through this room. It creates such a glow, especially with the choice in flooring. This is a white oak, so it's warm, but it's still light and airy. It really sets the tone for the entire design, which is California coastal living with European elegance. Notice how this is a very open concept type of floor plan, but each space is still very artfully defined, creating those unique living experiences. Let's start here in the dining room. So this is our formal dining room, but it's not closed off like many of the older formal dining rooms. It's very open. You have this gorgeous white oak jamb to welcome you in. I have to point out this wine cellar. This is just stunning. So you have Calcutta marble framing your wine cellar, and then glass doors. You get this awesome backdrop to every meal that you're going to have. It really just sets that tone, creates such a delicious moment, and definitely a conversation starter. Entering the family room, we have an open concept view of that gorgeous kitchen back there. But before we get there, I just want to talk about the details in this living room. First of all, of course, you have this stunning view of the backyard. It's such a seamless view of both your backyard, your pool, and onto the city. So beautiful. This fireplace behind me is one of my favorite features of this entire home. You notice this fluted detailing. This is very similar to the foyer that we entered at the very beginning, and you'll see fluting throughout. It's so tastefully done. You have this custom limestone fluted mantle, very, very grand, that warm and textured look to it. You have your fireplace, maybe pop up a movie on here. You have open glass casing so you can display maybe some of your treasures from your travels, whether it's awards or books, anything that you'd like to display there as your conversation starter for your guests right here in the living room. Behind me, you'll also notice a little bonus entertainment room, but I'm going to show that to you after I show you the kitchen. I mean, talk about a grand kitchen. This is so, so stunning. First of all, the color profile. I love that they went with a subtly monochromatic look with the white oak and the Calicut marble. It's so light, airy, California coastal. Now notice that fluting detail. If you come close, we have that fluted edge detail along the bottom of the countertop. It just gives that extra moment of luxury where you know that this was designed to be luxurious rather than just kind of things that you normally see in a home. Underneath, you have additional cabinet space, so this kitchen is equally form and function. This gorgeous island is as much cooking space as you would ever need. It's very generously sized. You have this deep farmhouse sink, the polished brass finishings, really, really a beautiful combination of colors again. Behind me, we have the Wolf 6-burner stove. You also have a double oven, double range, pot filler. This is absolutely a chef's kitchen. So whether it's you just cooking your own meals for your family or you're having a big party, maybe for Christmas or even a Super Bowl party, you could even bring in a private chef and they would have everything that they need in a kitchen like this. This cutout is such a fun, beautiful detail where this is very different than the hooded range that you typically see, that it would be, you know, kind of its own little moment. This instead creates this enclave for the cooking experience over here. You also have some built-in shelving for some spices, maybe some cooking tools. Everything is just very, very thoughtful. Coming over here to the right, we have a secondary sink. So again, if you have a team in here cooking, there is no shortage of spaces to prepare your food. Now, in addition to that formal sort of dinner dining room that we saw earlier, this is such a beautiful, airy, spacious breakfast dining room as well. So if you wanted to just sit here and have breakfast in the morning with your family, maybe chat about the upcoming day, this is the absolute best place to do it. We also have a bench over here, so I could see reading a book, maybe just chatting over coffee. And then let's talk about these paneled glass doors can fully pocket away to reveal this incredible view. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you the entirety of the outdoor grounds, the outdoor kitchen, the pool area, and we have a special treat where we're going to chat with one of the listing agents, Sarah Knauer, about this gorgeous area. But before we do that, let's head back inside to see a few more details. Just off of that living room, you have this amazing bar area. These elements were so tastefully chosen. This stone is a blue fusion marble, has so much texture and personality, which is perfect for an entertaining space like this. So behind me, we have all the way up that blue fusion stone and this unlacquered brass shelving. Such a gorgeous area to have maybe some more of your wine collection, other drinks that you could be serving to your guests. This is a very functional space as well, with some panel-ready fridge, drawers, a sink behind me. You could bring in a bartender to have a party. Looking up, we have white oak coffered ceilings that just gives this a very homey feel while still being open to the backyard. On the walls, you have this very coastal blue grass cloth wallpaper, and that wraps the entire room. And stepping behind, we have this powder room, beautiful stone countertop vanity, sconces, the white oak paneling all the way up to the top, and of course your water closet back here. This home is so expansive with 4 floors. You have the basement, the main area, the living quarters, and a rooftop deck that I can't wait to show you. But before we head on to see all the rest of the house, let's finish up this floor. Behind me is a beautiful butler's kitchen. So if you're having that big party, of course, you have space to kind of just tuck things away to where it doesn't messy up that main kitchen, especially with that open floor plan. You'd be able to see obviously what's going on in there. So this, you can just use it more functionally, kind of prep, chop things in here. Plenty of storage for additional dishware, especially if you have things that are seasonal and you just want to keep them tucked away until that moment that you need them. This is a perfect area for that. Storage all the way up to the ceiling almost, storage down below, that same white oak with Calicut marble all up behind the sink, and that polished brass hardware, just beautifully done. Coming off of the Butler kitchen, you have this beautiful guest bedroom. It's very accessible right near the front of the house. It also gives you access to a private patio just off the front for a balcony, and they can wrap around to that yard experience. This is generously sized, and I love out these windows, you see a lot of that mature greenery that just kind of tucks you away in this private enclave. It has an ensuite bathroom with gorgeous penny tile details and a beautiful walk-in closet. So this is the guest powder bath. I am so excited to show you this. I even dressed for the occasion, clearly. This is such a moody, gorgeous bathroom, but because you have a large window, it also spills that natural light into it for a nice balance. This is a native trails pedestal sink, just a stunning emerald green stone. It makes such a design statement for your guests as soon as they experience the house. These are Studio Luteite sconces. It brings in that beautiful brown, very earthy kind of feel, but still while being very elegant and grand. This is honestly one of my favorite little moments of the house. Walking back through that main landing, and now we are in the home office. This is one of the most tastefully designed home offices I have seen, especially with that open concept to that front balcony area. You saw earlier that this is a nice seating area that you could enjoy a coffee or a tea, but something I also love is this very mature sycamore tree that clearly they designed the house around. They didn't want to disrupt the beauty of nature and instead really lets it shine in this sort of cutout on this corner of the house. But it's just beautiful, provides shade and that earthy feel. This window peeks out onto that pickleball court that we're going to show you a little later. Plenty of space for an executive desk here. You could get plenty of work done, but also have meetings in here. And I love these white oak built-ins. They have custom LED lighting throughout for display, whether you want to use it as a library or to display artifacts that are important to you. Here's a plaster chandelier above me that just creates a very soft and dreamy environment that you could get plenty of work done in. You can just focus and be productive in this room. Now, this bathroom is very unique. It serves as, of course, the office bathroom, but also it serves as sort of a mudroom and a pool bathroom as well. So it has an exit all the way to the backyard, and if you were to go left, you could go to that pool area, but it also has this shower with this beautiful checkered Zalige tile. It's very kind of fun and playful. Opposite of the shower is a bench with a little bit of storage so the kids could come in here and take their shoes off, take off their towel if they've been swimming. Over here is our vanity. We have marble, beautiful sconces, plenty of storage, and a nice exit to your yard. Before we take you upstairs for the main living quarters, the rooftop, and the basement with the entertainment center and more, let's chat with one of the listing agents. Hi, Sarah Knauer. Nice to have you.
Thanks so much for being here today.
Let's talk a little bit about this area. This is such a unique enclave, the Riviera. Tell us a little bit about the history of it.
Yeah, the Riviera is one of the most beautiful neighborhoods here in Los Angeles. You're just a couple miles from the beach, a really short 2-3 minute drive to the Brentwood Country Mart, the Riviera Country Club, Brentwood Country Club, all of the beach clubs here. It's known for its big lots, lots of privacy, and just a very celebrity star-studded neighborhood.
Let's talk about some of the greenery. It's so mature. How would you describe kind of the natural elements of this neighborhood?
Yeah. There's beautiful sycamore trees and oak trees all throughout this neighborhood. There's some really special ones here on this property. And then the builders did a beautiful job of bringing in great hedges so that they're going to be fully mature as soon as somebody moves in.
And I know that this has some unique elements to this house, right? Like the rooftop, that is not very common to have. What are some other really special moments of this house that maybe the surrounding homes don't have?
Yeah. Again, the roof deck, like you mentioned, with 360-degree views of the city, the Getty, the ocean, is really unique for this neighborhood. In my decade plus of being in this industry, I have not seen another rooftop deck in this neighborhood. And then my other favorite element, we're just standing right in front of actually having these disappearing doors and this complete indoor-outdoor flow all the way across as you look out to the pool and the view. Really special.
It's just stunning. Now tell me about the collab between Vesta and Olive Atelier.
Yeah, so as everyone knows, you usually stage a new construction home like this. And what we were so happy about with Vesta is they did this new collaboration with Olive Atelier, which is a company that has a location in a warehouse here in downtown Los Angeles. They import vintage pottery and sinks and marble and vases and bowls, all of these beautiful pieces from Europe. Wow. And then Vesta now brought them in to really just warm up the home and bring in these warm vintage elements as if somebody were truly living here.
So personalized. I love the textures, the thought that went into it is so intentional. Now, from what I understand, if someone were to buy this piece of property and build this house, they would not be able to do it for the same price today. Is that right?
No, I mean, the builders purchased this over 3 years ago. They knew this was kind of a special promontory here, again, because you get these great views and you're on the corner here with no neighbor on your left side. And in today's building costs to recreate this over 10,000 square foot home with the deck, with the years of permitting and everything that went into it, you are truly at an exceptional value here.
Wow. And last question, what's your favorite room of the house?
This blue room here, I have to say, I feel like this is just the room that you want to sit and have coffee in, that you want to entertain in. The colors, the coolness, there's a bar, you can pour a glass of wine. That is where I would live.
I love it. Well, I'll let you enjoy. Thanks, Sarah. Great conversation with Sarah, the listing agent. We also just want to take a moment to say big thanks to this whole amazing team, AMG Capital or TAM Construction, highly respected in this area because they do such amazing work. So again, big thanks to the team. Let's talk about this pool. This is an infinity pool that just gives you this seamless view of the city. You have, of course, that seamless edge there. And I also love the shape. This is kind of a pendant shape. It's very unique to this pool, and it really hugs the natural curvature of the property. You'll also notice that we have this clear fencing, but also the privacy hedging there. Over to my right, you have an outdoor kitchen that has its own awning for shade, a wolf grill, outdoor fridge, and a countertop area so that you could easily set up to host an event back here or just grill up your dinner. This attached spa is such a great size. You could definitely just lounge in here, chat with people that are in the pool. I also noticed that you have the edging to just set your drink on and really enjoy a social experience in both the pool and the spa. The back of the house itself and the yard are south facing, so you get tons of that natural light coming in year round. Now, circling around the corner here, welcome to the Pickle-ball Court. Pickleball is obviously having its moment the last several years, and I see this lasting a long time because it's a much more accessible version of tennis, something that I myself could even get into playing. And this is nice for all ages as well. So whether you had kids, grandkids, your parents-in-law wanted to come visit, this is an excellent way to just get outside, exercise, enjoy the fresh air, and even from the Pickleball Court, you have a gorgeous view out to the city. Moving through the Pickleball Court, that wraps around back to that front yard. So remember, we just have that wraparound yard. So unique, so cool. Heading upstairs, let's point out these bocce sconces. They're so beautiful against that paneling on the wall. We have custom brass spindles and a curved white oak banister. One of my favorite things about coming up the stairs is this wraparound, very dimensional view of that chandelier hanging from the skylight. Now up here you have 4 bedrooms plus a bonus room, laundry. We're going to get to all of that. But before we get to those, I cannot wait to show you the incredible primary bedroom. First thing we see is this beautiful tall doorway that has a custom panel detail to it. It's sort of a nod to that European design that you see throughout the home. The primary suite is everything you could ever want in a primary suite. Let's talk about these doors. These are custom iron and glass doors, so it really lets that light spill in through the entire suite. Over on the other side, you have closets, bathrooms. We'll get to all of those. But in here, we have beautiful plaster finish walls, leading your eye all the way up to the white oak vaulted ceilings, a beautiful, very traditional classic chandelier. Anchored in the room is this custom limestone mantle. So you have your fireplace, you could have art up here, a television set if you just wanted to watch a movie, with you and your spouse up here. Now, extending that indoor-outdoor concept that we saw down on the main floor, you can pocket away these doors as well for your very own private terrace. Behind me, you can see all the way to the famous Getty Museum, across this panoramic view of Los Angeles, all the way out to the beach right over here. Coming into the rest of the suite, now you would think that this is the main closet, right? This is absolutely incredible. Something I love about this is these kind of arched capsule windows into your wardrobe so you can see the collection that you have ahead of you. I always love the feeling of shopping in your own closet. It just makes getting ready for the day that much more fun. But as incredible as this closet is, it doesn't compare to the even more primary closet just behind you. But before we get there, on the way, we have this coffee and cocktail bar complete with a sink, storage, and you can kind of have your own little private entertainment space up here as well. Now coming into the closet of closets. You have floor to ceiling glass windowed cabinetry, long hang, short hang, all of the details have been thought through. We have brass hardware, and I love this paint color. This is called Dead Salmon, but it's a really beautiful mix of kind of a purple and a coral tone. It's beautiful, it's effortless, slightly feminine while still feeling very sophisticated. In the center, of course, you have your island with the marble on top, plenty of storage for jewelry, watches, little accessories. We have enough space for an ottoman bench on either side to sit down and put on your shoes. And speaking of shoes, just on this other side, I could see an entire collection of flats, heels, boots, every kind of accessory that you could want to fit in this closet has a place for it. It's just so well done. Now the moment we've been waiting for. This is the primary ensuite bath. Let's start with this custom cabinetry. These are built-ins with that flute detailing that again just creates such a cohesive intention throughout the design of the entire home. Marble countertops, double sink. Then right over here, let's point out this fluted soaking tub. Again, just that fluted detailing is just so unique. You have 2 wash closets, and then behind the tub here, you have this massive double shower. Stepping inside, you'll notice that both the floor and the roof have the same herringbone Calicut marble, really a beautiful touch. Behind me, you have the marble inlay to that kind of arch top, the brass hardware. You have a double shower as well as a primary rainfall shower in the center. You'll notice, of course, this large view that goes out to that really stunning view. And on the other side is sort of an inside window, so it lets all of that natural light just spill into the entire bathroom. Last but not least, lighting throughout this entire home is just second to none. Up here we have a pinch chandelier, which creates this really soft light, especially against those vaulted white oak ceilings. Coming back out of that primary, you'll notice that there is another staircase to my left that leads up to the rooftop for that stunning view. We're going to come right back to that, but first I'm going to show you the several bedrooms on this floor. First of all, this is an incredible use of the space to have all this storage. Not only do you have it as storage, but it's really a visual showpiece, especially here at the top of the staircase. You have that grass cloth wallpaper throughout, plenty of space to store things for the entire family. Coming into this first bedroom. This is a great size room for someone of any age. I could see this being great for kids or a teenager. Something I would personally love about it is this beautiful window showing those mature trees. There's no neighbor on this side of the house, so it's just an unobstructed view where you feel like you're enveloped in the neighborhood and the nature. Generously sized walk-in closet, and this ensuite bathroom has 2 styles of subway tile, which creates a really fun contrast to have the dark and the light. Coming right next door, we have another bedroom. Again, could be great for someone of any age. The view out of these windows is the front of the house, so you have a beautiful view of the neighborhood. Another great walk-in size closet. Ensuite bathroom with kind of its own design flair. This one has the liege tiles going all the way up in a very intricate pattern. Something fun about this room that I could see any kid being obsessed with is this little bonus little nook. So this could easily be a little reading area, somewhere that they can kind of just have their own little space. These days, modern homes, new builds especially with multiple tiers, are a great fit for having an elevator. And so this home is already well equipped with its own built-in elevator hidden behind this beautiful white oak door. Now right here, this is kind of a bonus room that you could really use for anything that you want on the upper floor. Right now it's outfitted as sort of a playroom, somewhere that kids could maybe do their homework, maybe you could have a tutor come into the home, plenty of natural light, vaulted ceilings, and this has a little bit more of an earthy rattan chandelier built in, so again, great for kids. Coming to the other side of this upper landing, we're gonna see this last bedroom, the laundry, and then right after that, we're gonna go upstairs and see that rooftop. First, check out this laundry room. This is the upstairs laundry, and this is so convenient to have, especially when you have such a large home, well over 10,000 square feet, to have access to a washing machine up here. Especially if you have maybe a son who's on the football team and he wants to wash his athletic gear, or your daughter always wants to wear that same pair of jeans over and over again, they can just throw their laundry in up here without having to run downstairs. Now entering this final bedroom upstairs, this one is definitely the most generously spaced of all the secondary bedrooms. So maybe your eldest child, or if you had someone staying in here who was more of a special guest. We have these beautiful 2 windows viewing out into the neighborhood and also onto that gorgeous mature sycamore tree on the corner of the house. This bedroom features a Soho home chandelier with milky glass and antique brass, just such a statement piece. Large walk-in closet with the white oak and chrome finishes. And another generous sized bathroom. In here you have the beautiful white Calcutta marble, the white paint, and the chrome finishes, which is a little different detail than the brass throughout the rest of the house, and it just creates its own kind of separate space. Now I'm going to take you up to this coveted rooftop with the most amazing views of Los Angeles. On this expansive rooftop deck, you have space for multiple seating areas. So first up, we have our dining room. This would be perfect for alfresco dining, have the nice ocean breeze in your hair. You also have a Wolf grill up here so that you can actually be cooking while you're up here. Sink, outdoor fridge, plenty of cooking space behind me. We have a beautiful warm stone that lets you take in the view while you're cooking. And finally, the social lounging area, complete with plenty of space for seating all of your friends and family, a gas fire top, mount for a TV area, and behind me is even more of that kitchen countertop and storage space. But most importantly, let's talk about these views. Behind me, you have everything from the Getty Center to Century City, downtown Los Angeles, and all the way out to the West Coast, that beautiful ocean view framed by mature trees. I mean, this view alone is worth every penny. So we've now done our main floor, our upper living quarters, that rooftop, the pool area, but now let's go downstairs to the basement where you have every kind of entertainment and wellness feature of a house that you could ever want. Let's go. You could easily fit 10 cars in here. So whether you're a car collector or someone who just likes to have a lot of space for other things like bicycles, sporting equipment, anything that you could use storage for in a garage, you have plenty of space for it. Coming back in from the garage, we're now entering this beautiful family room where you could kick your feet up, play board games, hang out with your friends, and of course you could put a giant screen TV up on this wall, but why would you when you have your very own private movie theater? Now, this is every kid's, but every adult's dream too, to have a movie theater where you have a really soundproofed room. It's no windows, no natural light. So of course, any time of day that you wanted to come in and have a really cinematic experience, this is the room for it. We're here in Los Angeles where you could have a screening or a premiere and you just feel like you have exclusive industry access the second you sit down and enjoy this beautiful luxury theater. So after you've had all your candy and popcorn, you might want to get a little workout in to kind of cleanse that out. So we have our wellness center in here. This is plenty of space to be able to put in any kind of equipment, a Pilates machine, a reformer, or even bring in a private personal trainer. You have mirrored walls, beautiful white oak paneling, so that it also brings in that cohesive warm woods that you have throughout the rest of the house. Just off of that wellness room, we have our bathroom. Just behind this door, you can see we have this beautiful walk-in shower with that brass hardware, white subway tile, and a floating marble bench tied right into this marble vanity. And I love this style of sink where the water cascades down. It feels very wellness center. Behind me, you have this beautiful sauna where you can come in and rest and recover and have those natural earthy wood tones. Coming out of the wellness center, you have space for a game table, and just off to the right here is that elevator, so you can come all the way down to the basement. This basement is very self-contained, so you never feel like you have to go back upstairs to get anything. You kind of have access to all the lifestyle and activities that you would ever want. Of course, you have a beautiful powder room down here, not to be forgotten, with the white oak paneling going all the way from floor to ceiling and the floating marble vanity. These beautiful sconces finish it off. With a house this large, you might want to enjoy it on your own, but you also probably have plenty of times where you have lots of guests, maybe hosting parties, you might have family over, so you need a workhorse room like this. This has a double washer, double dryer, plenty of storage for linens and keeping the home clean. I also just want to point out this beautiful detail, the cutout of the marble, even down in this laundry room, which lets you know that there was no detail in this house that was missed. That's also shown in these floors. This is a beautiful contrast, sort of triangular design on the marble flooring. Even down here in the laundry room, to focus on this level of quality is just a really elegant choice. Coming down the hall with me, we also have the secondary bedroom. This could be used for staff or if someone just wants their own private space down on the basement level, but it's a beautiful, generously sized room. You also have the natural light coming down on that window. Even though this is a basement, it really doesn't feel basement-y, and I always appreciate that. Generous walk-in size closet, and even has its own ensuite bathroom with the white detailing, the brass knobs, polished brass faucet, as well as this gorgeous kind of grayish Zalige subway tile. Thanks, Luxury Home Show. I hope you enjoyed this tour. I'm your host, Ariana, and if you want more information about this listing, we'll link it just below. If you liked this episode, you're gonna love the next one. Hi everyone, I'm your host Ariana, and we are on the Luxury Home Show here in the beautiful Pacific Palisades, California. This is Chateau Corsica. It's a beautiful Mediterranean-made modern mansion. I cannot wait to show you around. Let's start outside.